Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Cebu City, the Philippines. Is Mango Avenue still an entertainment area? And some of you have been here before, back in 2015, 16, 17, and prior years. And you know that this Mango Avenue here used to be a major entertainment area, especially an area about a block square called Mango Square. I'm standing on the corner of it right now. Looking down that way is a large traffic circle called Fuente Osmeña Circle. Towers there is Crown Regency, a hotel, and Club Ultima residences. And the official name of this street is called General Maxilome Avenue. I think it was changed about the end of World War II, I believe. But I've even seen it on a map, still called Mango Avenue. Anyway, to the left here used to be pretty much all bars. It's National Bookstore right on the corner, just to give you a reference point. And all this, where you see Cebuano here, used to be different types of bars. A couple of Korean Asian type bars serving those types of food. This is a relatively new bar that opened up and then was closed. Gangnam was a Korean type nightclub, and I've heard different stories about why it closed. One story I heard, and I don't know if it's true, is that they didn't have all the proper permits when they opened up. Not sure if that's. Winya here is a new Indian restaurant. My friend went and checked it out the other day. He's a big fan of Indian food, and anyway, I'm not sure. I think that's Solwell. I think that's food place. Han Pork, Korean food place, I believe. So these all used to be bars and open to the street, basically without a wall. And you've got a little laundromat there. Across the street, you've got what's called One Mango, and a little bit to the right called Two Mango. Right there called Two Mango. They've got some fast food restaurants. A lot of those were closed during the government's lockdown of the economy. They're finally being repopulated with other businesses, restaurants, and such. I haven't seen any bars over there. There was a bar, a Filipino-owned bar over there for like 6 months. Also, they end up closing. Just not enough tourists in town yet. Not enough people in town. And so you've got a 7-Eleven, you've got Lechon, Ayers Lechon, pretty popular lechon place here in the Philippines. They do have a band, I think, most nights up on the upper level up there. And Horizon 101, 52 stories, I think two towers, fairly popular place to stay here. I've done a number of videos there. And they do have, back in the back, there used to be 5 or 6, 7 different bars, disco bars and other types of bars. And there was a big fire a few years ago before the pandemic, and I think they've got 1 or 2 discos back there at the present time. And used to be several bars back in that area as well, and they are pretty much all gone. Got a restaurant back in there now. Some weekends, weekend nights especially, you will get a pretty large crowd of younger folks. You know, people in their 50s and 60s. No, I mean teens and 20s and 30s and 40s, hanging out in this area, going to the discos and that type of thing. If you're interested in that type of thing. I forgot to mention, looking back the other way, about a block, there's a relatively new bar called Barcode. And I think they've got billiards table and band in there many nights. Down a street down there at the traffic light back the other way. Go down a few blocks and you got the popular 301 Ramos Street Bar. Good food in there. I sometimes go there just for a good meal and cold beer, and for watching some sports. Sometimes I got a number of sports televisions going on. It is a good place to meet other expats from different countries. Aussie guy with his Filipino wife own it, and Aussies and Americans. I've had a couple Americans recognize me in there, and so you can meet people from all over the world in there and get some good food as well. Anyway, it's quite a walk, a little bit of a walk. Let's see, probably one, maybe 2 blocks down here before we're going to come to a few more bars. Um, but Cebu City is not like Angeles. Angeles, I understand they've got some streets where you got bar after bar after bar after bar. Cebu City is not like that. They are scattered out a bit. Mango Square used to be like that, just in one block area basically. But for a number of reasons, I think the government made it difficult for them to stay open. I've heard that the governor, one of the last governors, didn't like the reputation that area was getting. And anyway, a lot of the bars they either moved or closed down, and then we had the pandemic, 2.5 years of lockdowns, which the casualty of the government lockdowns were tens of thousands of businesses, including those at Mango Square. I've had a few people suggest that I go out at night, especially later at night, and take video in these bars around these areas. And I've done that. I've got some old videos too of walking Mango Avenue. Maybe I'll put up another video of the way it used to be. But anyway, a lot of people in the bars, a lot of the expats and tourists don't want you flashing camera in their face when they're drinking, whatever, they're enjoying their stuff. They don't really appreciate somebody flashing a camera in their face, and especially the what you call the bikini bars. They don't allow you to. They'll allow you to take a picture with one of the girls or something, but they don't want you taking video in their establishments. Many of these bars, establishments, resto bars get pretty good crowds certain days and nights of the week, especially weekends. Just depends on what's going on. You've got Pure Gold over there. That is a chain of grocery stores. Used to be called Fuda. They went out of business. They're again a casualty of the government lockdowns, I believe. Cubana is another bar, Pizza and Party, and they've got a band in there. I think almost every night, and I think he said they open about 6 p.m. I believe they serve pizza and chicken. They have a lot more than pizza in there, and they get these tables set up with umbrellas. So if there's a little bit of rain, it's not a big issue. Got a little bit of indoor seating, but this is kind of what Mango Square used to be like, all open to the street, and it isn't anymore. It's all businesses and laundromat and whatever. Parking is always is an issue many places, and you can see here they've got a little bit of parking, but not very much. A little bit on the outside, out on the street side, and can get a little tricky. I don't think you can park down in here. You can drive down in here and turn around. There used to be another bar or two down here. I think it was a bikini type bar, I believe, many years ago. And anyway, going back out to the street out here, just on the right side of Pure Gold, there is a relatively new bar called The Philly, and I think they've got a Facebook page, put a lot of listings on what's going on, called Cebu Bars or something like that on Facebook, and you'll see different bars that post different things going on that site. And the owner of the Philly also had a pretty nice restaurant. In fact, the only place in town that I found you could get actually cod fish and chips, pretty good. And he again what turned out to be a casualty during one of the periods where they opened up. You know, they open and close, open and close. Anyway, you got the bamboozers just to the right back there. They open a little later in the day, I think 6 or 7, and they stay open probably later than just about any other bar. And then you've got to the right, you've got a couple of what you call bikini bars, I guess. Go in there and girls in bikinis, maybe dancing a little bit. They make a lot of their money if you buy them ladies' drinks, and that's where the ladies, the bar makes some of their money, and the ladies make some of their money. So it's up to you if you want to spend money. You know, I found in some of these places that there again, that used to be the Viking, I think, a bikini bar owned by a Norwegian guy. I don't know if the ownership changed, but they changed the name there. But some of those places, I've had expats come and say, will you take me in one of these places? And personally, I find them a little boring. But anyway, if you buy one girl a drink, oftentimes you will be surrounded by many others, and some of these guys, they end up buying drinks for a lot of these girls, and they don't realize how much they're spending. They're spending a lot more for those ladies' drinks. And I know one guy. I don't know if he had a bad divorce or what. You know, he was going in and spend money, and he'd run out of money, and the girls were taking him outside to the ATM machine to get more money to buy more girl drinks. And the last bar on this video is the old El Gecko, that one right across the street called El Gecko. It's now Howling Dog. Howling Dog used to be closer down to on a side street, closer to Mango Square, but they have expanded that place, and there again they've got sports televisions and girls. You can buy the girls drinks if you want. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and safe travels to you.